This is not a meteorite, but I want you to imagine for a moment that it is a meteorite. I want you to imagine that I found a meteorite. A meteorite that came from outer space. A meteorite that landed on this planet after floating around in outer space for who knows how long. On this planet that's got over 7 billion people on it, with a lot of land and a lot more water, and I found a meteorite. We're pretending, but let's just say we are. What are the chances? What are the chances that a rock from outer space were to land on this big ball of a rock, and with all the people on it, and all the land, and all the water that it could have landed in, that I would have found it? What are the possibilities? They're astronomical. It is virtually impossible that that could have possibly happened. But obviously it happens all the time. People are constantly finding meteorites. They're constantly finding things that are virtually impossible to have found. Because when you look at statistics, you can make anything look impossible. Now, people like to argue that there must be a God because this is a perfect universe and a perfect solar system and a perfect galaxy and a perfect planet and everything's perfect for there to be life, for there to be us. Everything was absolutely perfect. There's no possible way there couldn't be a God because it had to be perfect in order for it to be us. Well, let's look at the galaxy for a moment, shall we? Let's look at our solar system. Let's look at our galaxy. Let's look at the sheer number of planets in our galaxy. The sheer number of stars and planets in just our galaxy, and the sheer number of galaxies in the universe. There are so many planets. Chances are there'd be life. I mean, if there's going to be life, there's chances are there's life in many, probably 1,000 planets at least, have life on them. But there's so many planets you can't even wrap your mind around how many planets there are. So it almost seems like the chances of not finding a meteorite on a planet. I mean, you got to figure this planet probably gets thousands of meteorites a year, and maybe 100 of them are found. Lots of them aren't found. The chances are of finding a meteorite seem astronomical if astronomical is what you're looking for. If you want to make something look like it's impossible, you can make it look impossible. But the fact that it happens all the time, and the fact that there's life on this planet, doesn't mean there had to have been a God. It just means the chances were good for this planet to have life. That's all it means. We were lucky. We didn't need a creator. We didn't need a God. We didn't even need aliens to seed life on this planet. It's very possible that life just started. I mean, if you look at life, life is basically very complex chemical reactions. That's what life is. Life is unexplainable to a layman, but when you get right down to the nitty gritty, it is really just chemical reactions. I mean, look at DNA. It's acid. I can't think of the name. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, so it's I'm not exactly awake. But obviously, I think about this a lot, and it drives me crazy that people keep arguing that it is a perfect universe for us to be here. And that doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. Sure, it's perfect for us to be here, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't imply there's a God. It doesn't imply a creator. It doesn't imply anything. It means the chances of one planet having life out of billions and billions and billions and billions of planets is like finding a meteorite in your backyard from outer space that have been probably circling around the galaxy for millions of years. The chances are very high, sure, but that doesn't mean anything. It just means we got lucky. So, anyways, I'm Tommy, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and quit telling me the chances of us existing, because it is a meaningless argument unless you have something to show that there's a creator or there's a God. Just tell me the chances. So what? A quadrillion to one chance still has a chance, so it means nothing. Anyways, good morning. I gotta go to bed now.